I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, cause we're all dudes. I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, cause we're all dudes. I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, cause we're all dudes. Well, I guess there's only one thing left to say. Welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order? Ding! I'm John Renton with the retro review of Good Burger from 1997, based on a popular skit from All That. If you were around the same age as me, I was 16 when Good Burger came out. I remember All That, Roundhouse, and various other shows in such a tremendously entertaining block of television on Nickelodeon, back when Nickelodeon really appealed to a mass worldwide audience. Actually, in all seriousness, Nickelodeon has still appealed to a lot of people. I mean, you got SpongeBob, you got so many goddamn shows. Some shows that maybe were more appealing than others. But when it comes to comedy and kids being able to flex their improv or sketch comedy muscles, All That was definitely my shit. It's my shit. It's bananas, B-N-N-A-N-A-S, the shit. It's bananas, B-N-N-A-N-A-S. And Gwen Stefani is rolling over in her goddamn bed wondering, what the hell is this goddamn weirdo doing? Nevertheless, enough about Gwen Stefani in bed. Let's get back to Good Burger. So, basically, it centers around Ed, played by Kel Mitchell, and Dexter Reed, played by Kenan Thompson. You may recognize Kenan. He has been on, some shows like SNL. And Kel, who plays Ed, the dim-witted yet shockingly intelligent individual that basically is just a version of Shaggy. He's super high. He works at, wait for it, a fast food joint named Good Burger. I can't believe it took me a second to figure that out. In all seriousness, it's just them working at this fast food joint. And in this movie, based on the popular sketch that they did on All That, they must stop a new chain called Mondo Burger that seems to have the secret to get people to buy their shit. They make the burgers bigger. But Ed has a secret weapon. He created a sauce that absolutely just booms the business for Good Burger. And let's just say Mondo Burger, they're not happy about that. They're all evil and everything. You have Kurt. It looks like the lead singer of Sum 41. Tell me that you don't see it. And they are bound determined to figure out the secret to Ed's sauce. They want to figure out his secret sauce. Have fun unpicturing Kel Mitchell's secret sauce. So I'm preparing for the sequel by watching this. I have not seen this movie in a number of years. And is it a great movie? No, it's not. It has some really, really stupid jokes. It has some jokes that have not aged all that well. But it's also endearing at times, and it's just meant as a load of nostalgia, a hot load of nostalgia right in your goddamn face. And it was directed by Brian Robbins, who did Varsity Blues. Yes, believe it or not, the guy that did this also did Varsity Blues. Kenan and Kel. He did Ready to Rumble. Somehow Good Burger had a higher class of entertainment than Ready to Rumble. He also did Hardball, Shaggy Dog, Norbit, Meet Dave, and 1,000 Words. Remember when Eddie Murphy's career looked like it was on the ascent, and it's now back on the ascent? But man, he was in a lot of really shit comedies. Eddie Murphy's nowhere near this. So it was written by Dan Schneider, Kevin Koplo, and Heath Seifert, or Seifert, however the hell you say that. I mean, check out their IMDb pages. You'll figure out why they had a hand in Good Burger. Little hint, they had a little bit something to do with the goddamn concept. But yes, Kel Mitchell is Ed. He gets Dexter a job after Dexter ends up causing a wreck, getting out of school when Ed is just rollerblading by, and basically he causes a wreck with the teacher's car, played by Sinbad. Yes, Mr. Wheat. I hope that Sinbad's health is better, because I know that he apparently had a bad stroke and other things happen in recent years, so hopefully he's doing better. This is when Sinbad was in a whole lot of stuff. It was just a year after Jingle All the Way. Abe Vigoda's in this. Abe Vigoda, who looked not a day over 100. I mean, he was only born in 1921, and he looked like he was born in 1821. Seriously, look at Barney Miller. It's amazing to think that he wasn't even 60 when that show started. That being said, you also have Shara Jackson as Monique, and you have other guest appearances by Shaq, George Clinton, Carmen Electra, Boy Howdy, and a 22-year-old Linda Cardellini, who really doesn't look much different, like in The Curse of La Llorona, which was a number of years after this, about 22, and still
aged gracefully, good for her. So it's packed with a bunch of people you'll recognize. It is not meant to be a movie taken seriously, but I will say some issues, some things have not aged all that well, and stretching out the sketch comedy doesn't always work. When the jokes land, they're great, and I was finding myself laughing quite a bit like I did when I first saw it. But there were also times where I'm like, ooh. So, $9 million budget, which would be just under twice that today. So $17.2 million. $7 million opening, so yeah, there was enough of a fan base. $13.4 million today. We have a $23.7 million gross. Ouch. Not great. I mean, it obviously made its budget back and everything, but it proved that the feedback wasn't all that great. I mean, if you take a look, and Rotten Tomatoes isn't always the best source for it, but even the audience score was only like 63. The critical score was 33%. So the gross, by the way, would be just over $45 million in today's money. But yes, quotable lines. The plot, such as it is, isn't really much of anything. Ed is clearly high, having flying hamburgers circling his goddamn head. I'm a dude, she's a dude, he's a dude, or he's a dude, she's a dude, because we're all dudes. He's showering with his work uniform on, because why not? And yeah, Ed means well. He does mean well, but man, just how high were they when they made this? How high were they? I mean that, seriously. So, yeah, you got the goofy, like high budget place, Mondo Burger. Sinbad with an afro was very off-putting, and it was a very bad afro, I do want to say right there. I'm not saying bad like, oh, it's such a bad afro. Like, no, it's a real bad afro. I hate how stupid and funny this is, and it really is stupid funny. So, there was after Dexter gets in the accident when Ed goes by him and spins on his rollerblades and drags a girl with, after jumping rope and ends up taking a baby at one point. Don't take the baby. And then I don't understand why they thought some of these jokes are funny, but whatever. Kel Mitchell and Kenan Thompson did the best they could. Kel really does carry this movie. That's nothing against Kenan, but Kel, his stupidity really handled this. And yeah, Abe Vigoda, just, good God. I mean, whatever. It was kind of like Christopher Lloyd in the Spirit Halloween movie. So, Dexter has to get a summer job to pay off the damages because he doesn't have a license. And he doesn't want his mom to be called. So, he tries to get a job at Mondo Burger. They make fun of him. And Ed, a complete idiot but well-intentioned, he's talking to Dexter and says, and Dexter's like, you look familiar. Oh, it's like, well, you ever been to Australia? No, me neither. See, the exchanges between them is really what makes this movie. Once it goes away from that, like, the movie dies. Just dies completely. There are goofy characters in this, and Good Burger's falling on its goddamn ass. I know that Kurt looks like the lead singer of Sum 41 a couple times. I just couldn't get over it. And being a series of gags or whatever, most of them work, especially for fans of the show. If you're not a fan of all that and a fan of the Good Burger skits, you're not going to like this. I can almost guarantee you won't. But basically, Dexter is desperate to pay off this debt. And he also likes this girl, Monique, Shar Jackson. And he's desperate to pay off this debt. Ed comes up with this sauce that basically saves Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May we take your order? And, Dexter suggested that, hey, you should find a way to use this and everything. I was the one that suggested to use it. So how about I've drawn up this contract, and Ed, reads it. Oh, I know some of these words. Dexter basically stiffs him on a lot of the money, taking 80% and leaving 20% for Ed. And then he hangs out with him feeling obligated, considering he's stealing money from him. They share memories and stuff like that. Dexter had a yo-yo that used to light up and make sounds that his dad gave him, and then it broke down. Mother threw it out. So he, it was kind of a somewhat endearing moment, led to a little bit of visual, nice little visual piece a little bit later on. So even though Ed was getting stiffed on money, he doesn't really care. He spent his part of the profits to get Dexter a yo-yo. And then Mondo Burger comes up with a brilliant idea to get Carmen Electra to use her womanly goods, and my God, what goods they were. Bet you back then, boy howdy. I don't know a red-blooded American male or woman that did not want to get with Carmen Electra. That being said, she is trying to find the secret to, Kel Mitchell's sauce. She's trying to get a piece of his sauce. And it's kind of funny. They go mini golfing, and before that, there's the corn dog stuff. I wonder how they get the weenie and the corny exterior, and I don't know why that made me laugh, but it just did. During this, Carmen Electra just basically gets bounced around. She takes a ball to the head in the movie. This is a clean movie, by the way, and I run a clean show, so let's keep it PG. And then, basically, she quits. Mondo Burger's like, what the fuck do we do? Kurt and everybody else, what do we do? And then they're trying to figure out, Good Burger's trying to figure out how they make these burgers so big. Well, this dog won't eat a Mondo Burger, but it will eat a Good Burger. And they find out after dressing in drag, because why not? This is one of those things where I don't think it aged all that well, even though Kel actually pulled off the look. Actually, both pulled off the look well, but I'm like, some of the, I mean, I don't think they meant it mean-spirited wise. I'm just like, ooh, that doesn't age all that well. But what ends up happening is they find out that they're using chemicals. Why the hell not? Why the hell not, just use chemicals to make stuff bigger, even if it doesn't taste great? Illegal food additives. And Kurt's idea is basically to put them in an insane asylum, which apparently you can just commit people to an insane asylum in this, and this leads to really a segment that does not age well. And I don't mean making fun in a mean-spirited way, could be kind of seen as mean-spirited, making fun of the mental patients, even though Ed was, endearing towards him and everything. And, I mean, Dexter wasn't mean. Linda Cardellini was great, just as a, just very, very brief appearance in this, but she was great, clearly proving that her comedic timing would carry her to other stuff, like the Scooby-Doo movies. And then Abe Vigoda gets locked in there because he sees Mondo Burger trying to put poison in there, and why the hell not? Why not just commit an old man to the insane asylum? They break out pretty goddamn quickly after Ed had made nice with a guy that was very, very strong, but also a psychopath. That led to a line, leave it to you to make friends with a vicious psychopath. And then they got to get back to Good Burger before the whole thing goes tits up. And he hugs Linda Cardellini. You're the prettiest, nicest psychopath that I've ever known. Aww. Reminds me of my last few dates. With who, I'll let you decide. So, they race in this ice cream truck while other hospital employees are chasing after him. They throw ice cream at the goddamn truck windows. Apparently the windshield wipers and the spray don't work. And Sinbad had his mailbox taken out earlier, but he has a spare mailbox that got taken out again because everybody hates Sinbad in this movie. To be fair, the teacher is kind of a dick. And then they manage to just save in time before this elderly lady eats the poison sauce. Ed, get off the elderly. Can you get arrested for beating up the elderly? Will you be serious? And then the idea is Dexter and Ed are going to break into the Mondo Burger again, which is really easy to break into. You just get up and shimmy up the fry and the shake and stuff like that and get in, drop down the straw like in Super Mario Brothers. And then they manage to get a canister. Except Ed decides, I'm going to dump all the canisters in the meat grinder. And the meat grinder, that actually was a thing referenced a little bit earlier. You mess with Mondo Burger, it's like you go in the grinder. And not the dating site. Not the dating app, by the way. And the burgers get so big that it explodes the whole goddamn restaurant. And it turns out that, the police have all the evidence that they need. And then it explains how he was going to do that because the judicial system would have taken up too much time, and there would have been high-powered lawyers and all that stuff and everything. And I wasn't gonna let that happen. And then Dexter said, "You thought of all that?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm not stupid." And then, this contract, let's just forget about it. Well, you don't want to be friends or whatever. It's like, well, is it because I'm black? No, it's because they're both black, by the way, just in case you didn't gather that. And nope, they're going to be friends. And then we smash cut to credits. Everything's good. Why not? Because Ed finishes with, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May we take your order? Or may I take your order? So yeah, there you go. Good Burger. That is a retro review of Good Burger. I don't know how I was able to recount much of a plot, because there really wasn't much of a plot, but hey, you got to see Carmen Electra take a ball to the face in a PG movie. And on that note, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritland. I'll see you soon.